Jones Car Audio One, man. You already know what it is. I'm throwing this last little clip in from my dude Schaffer, and give me just a second, Sean. All right, family, we back. And check that. That's Team Schaffer, as he's known here on YouTube these days. But you was asking me a while back about how you put those big ass wires in these itty bitty amps, or these, these amps these days. No matter what size the amp is, you go out and you buy some, some sky high 0 gauge or 4 gauge or whatever. You got this big ass wire, and you got this itty bitty ass hole on your amp. Well, in my case, not in all cases, but in my case, this is what you do. Okay, the NVX amp came with this adapter. You see what I'm saying? Now, the NVX accepts, I do believe, 8 gauge. So, this goes into the NVX amp, like that. And then these are two 0 gauge connections. You see what I'm saying? Which, then, you come down here to something like this, which you can get these at Sky High 2 or Toolmaker or wherever you can get them at. Focus, son. This is an 8 gauge. Or excuse me, this is a 4 gauge to 8 gauge. This is a 0 gauge to 4 gauge. And these are 0 gauge to 0 gauge. Now, once you start doing that, I would suggest that you upgrade your battery terminals. You don't necessarily have to get a Sky High terminal block like this is, but you need something similar. Because what you can do then is you can take your 0 to 0 and you can put it right in here. And it just makes your connections and inserting the wire, so much easier. Just like I'm going to take this NVX one, which I can't get it to stand up right now, which is cool. And I'm going to put my 0 gauge terminal right here. You see what I'm saying? So I'm going to come off the battery with one of these, most likely. And then from the battery, I'm going to run one of these directly into there. And then for the ground post, I'm going to do the exact same thing. I hope you got that. So from the positive, you're going to have one here, and then on the other side coming from your battery, which is coming from one of these. So this is going to be the positive running out here, and then I'm going to have the same thing on this side. And then whenever you're ready to take it out, you just snatch it out, and you still got this. You don't got to worry about that wire fraying around everywhere on you. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you can get them 0 to 0. You can get them in 4 gauge, or excuse me, 0 gauge to 4 gauge. And then you can get them in 4 gauge to 8 gauge. Or, I don't know if they make them any smaller than that. That's basically the only, the only ones that you would really need in order to do something like that. I brought this out for you as well. And this is 2 0 gauge adapters. Now, this is for a whole nother build that I'm getting ready to do. But this is going to go on the positive post of your alternator. So instead of doing like a ring terminal or something like that and crimping some wire, you would still use something like this, which is 0 to 0. Or 1 out to 1 out, however you want to look at that. And then instead of running the wire and trying to mash your wire down and put your wire in here, which it'll accept just fine, you're going to take this 0 to 0 terminal and you're going to put it right in here. And you can do the same thing with your 4 gauge. I know you got 4 gauge, so let's say this is 4 gauge to 4 gauge. You can still run it right in there. You feel me? So I hope this helps you out a little bit. I thought I would just throw this on there. I thought about you for a second. I said, man, well, I got a little bit of memory left before I upload these videos. Let me hit Team Schaffer off with this. So if you need anything else as far as your electrical system goes and your whip, man, like I said, there's several videos up on my channel. I don't know if you took time out and went back and watched that video I did for Raw Customs, but that one has a lot more information in it as well. I went over a whole slew of things and gave you different options as far as what you could do. So if I was you, I would advise you to check that out. And not only my videos, there's several videos out there, but this is just a little bit about what I do and how I do my electrical system. So I hope that helped you. Excuse me. I hope that helped you out. And any further questions, man, of course, drop them in the box below, and I'll get back with you immediately. Peace and love. Deuces. Man, you already know what it is.